Hi, my name is Trent, and this is a true story. Two guys I used to roommate with, their names were Mike and Scott, and we lived on the east side of Albany in a single wide trailer. We were in our very early 20s, and the only thing to do when you're that young is date and skateboard, do some music, and date. That's what we did. One of our roommates, Mike, would never date, or we never seen him with a date. So this wasn't bad or anything, but he would always say he was going on these dates, but we never saw this mysterious person. So then we came to the conclusion that he was straight challenged, which, guys, don't get me wrong, we have nothing against straight challenged people, but we just thought that Mike would be embarrassed to bring him over. So anyway, Mike said he had a date and he had to shower up for it. While he was doing that, Scott and I devised this plan that we thought was a streak of brilliance, that I would go hide in the back of his car. Now, he worked at a fast food joint, and he kept all of his old stuff that he needed to wash in the back of his car. So it smelled like refried ass, is what it smelled like. So I climbed in the back of the car, and the only thing I could have to keep me warm, because it was in the middle of winter, was these clothes. So I'm camping out there, and Scott's like, hey, I'm gonna follow you in your car, in your 1990 Geostorm. Great, whatever. So Mike gets in the car and we leave. As we approach the destination, he parks and goes inside. I thought he was just gonna pick up this dude or something, and they were gonna get in the car, and then they were just gonna go wherever, and I was gonna be like, busted you. But he stays inside that place for like an hour and a half. So I'm freezing. I'm about to catch pneumonia, while Scott is every 5 seconds driving back and forth past the car that I was in, parked at whatever destination, because I couldn't see nothing because I'm covered up in all these, fast food clothes. Oh my God. But so finally, he comes out to the car, the other person gets in. It's a girl. She starts talking to Mike and all that, and I was like, oh, okay, well, this is great. Mike starts talking about, like music and stuff like that and what he's into and blah, blah, and, ask about her. So Mike asked if she wanted any beverages or beer or something like that. So she's like, yeah, let's grab, let's grab a 6-pack or whatever. So they go to a convenience store. Mike's like, hold on, I'll be right back. He shuts the door, and soon as he gets out, not even like 5 seconds later, and while I'm in the back, covered up with all these Burger King clothes, I hear this. This girl starts doing opera, like at the top of her lungs. Alright, so I had to not do everything in my power not to laugh. I'm shivering, I've got freeze burn on my fingertips and nose, everything. And then I can't laugh. So if you hold it in, it's going to come out like... So I had to keep my mouth open going... Now, by doing that, I'm also inhaling these fumes off these nasty fast food clothes. So anyway, we get back to the trailer. She gets out of the car. Mike opens up his door. I look at him, I'm like, hey man, let me out too. And he goes, how did you do that? How did you get in the back of the car since we just pulled up? That's amazing. And I'm like, Mike, I love you, man. But the amazing part was surviving that car for like 3.5 hours underneath all those clothes.